Good morning, everyone. Furniture sales have been on the rise during the pandemic, but a shortage of skilled workers is contributing to unprecedented delays in getting the furniture to customers. Nikki Batiste takes a look at what the industry is doing to hire more workers.
Here at the Mitchell Gold & Bob Williams Furniture Factory in North Carolina, hundreds of craftsmen and craftswomen meticulously sew, trim, and staple. Walking around this floor amid a symphony of staple and nail guns, you see so much of the work is done by hand.
These are called leather pullers.
Hands like Robert Shuford's and upholstery trimmer are invaluable.
What's the one word you would use to describe the furniture industry right now?
I would say it's booming.
All that work is forcing furniture makers to scramble for labor. When tariffs were put in place by the Trump administration, there was new pressure on manufacturers to move production to the U.S. Today, by some estimates, roughly half of upholstered furniture is made in America. When the pandemic hit, people spent more time at home and furniture sales skyrocketed. There weren't enough skilled laborers to meet the demand. That's why the company started teaching advanced trade skills like sewing and upholstery in-house.
How understaffed are you?
Ideally, we'd like 20% more people working here.
Allison O'Connor, president and CEO of Mitchell Gold & Bob Williams, says the company needs to boost both training and interest in the craft to help fill empty workstations.
We, at times, I think, have lost sight of the importance of really respecting and promoting trade skills. And so for us, that's why we started our own training programs.
A few years ago, the company teamed up with several major retailers to launch a nearby furniture academy. Single mom of 2 young boys, Maria Gonzalez just graduated. Now, as a skilled craftswoman, she says her salary is nearly double what she earned as a furniture inspector.
With this, diploma, you can pretty much get a job anywhere.
The market is so hot right now, one craftsman told me another company tried to steal him away to do upholstery because his hands are so fast. Nikki Batiste, CBS News, New York.
Less than 100 miles from the Iowa cornfield where Major League Baseball staged its Field of Dreams game, another small town fears it's about to strike out. The factory at the center of its economy, it's about to be shut down. Chris Van Cleve reports on that.
Every crack of a big league bat used to spark a sense of pride in Caledonia, Minnesota, knowing the batting helmet on every pro baseball player's head was made in this small town of 2,800. But the Mikan factory that's provided good-paying jobs for over 2 decades will soon close. The bulk of the jobs shipped to China.
That's infuriating. It's America's game.
Sarah Glassroot owns Good Times, the restaurant and bar across the street from the factory. She fears its closure will bring anything but good times. Mikan makes up about a quarter of her business.
It was difficult before the pandemic hit. It's even going to be more difficult now.
But what really has folks here crying foul is just who is outsourcing this community's lifeblood. Once family run, Mikan was bought by Rawlings, which is now partially owned by Major League Baseball.
That's what they're after, the buck. It's just not right. And now to establish like that and move that to China yet too, it's just, I think they're going to lose a lot of fans.
MLB stresses the batting helmets will still be made in the U.S., adding it owns less than 20% of Rawlings and does not have a role in the day-to-day business operations. The helmet work will shift to Missouri, but most of the 80 jobs in Caledonia will be lost to China, saving Rawlings at least $4 million a year.
I just keep thinking, what would happen if the commissioner of baseball called up the guy who runs his companies and he says, hey, I don't think we should do this.
And at the county fair, uncertainty hung over the thrill rides and fried foods. Kari and Jerome Newman have called Caledonia home for decades.
We're very proud of that company, and it's very sad that the new owners are not going to respect that small town work ethic, and that they're just going to move it to China for more money.
It's not good for the people in this community, and with this COVID stuff going around, we've lost so many businesses.
Mikan executives here in Minnesota didn't want to talk to us, but they are continuing discussions with local leaders about possible opportunities to keep the factory open. That said, they're also moving forward with their plan to shut it down. Now, one small town's Field of Dreams risks striking out and turning into an economic nightmare. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Caledonia, Minnesota.
Still to come, how a piece of pie and some understanding is changing lives. Mid-morning, we'll be right back.